but they've got to be rationed. I'll take one tomorrow.
We're going up tomorrow.
Now look, being told. Now go on, you're always getting me into trouble. You're not going to get me into trouble today. Go on, off you go to school. I've got my work to do. Go on, goodbye. Cheerio. Farewell. Once upon a time, there was a young wife. Oh, and she desperately wanted to have a little baby. So she decided that she would go and see the wicked witch who lived in that petrified forest. So off she went, deeper and deeper into this dark forest, till eventually she came to a cottage. It was the witch's. And she went up and she knocked on the door. Door open. Hello! Said this voice. It was a witch. But she went in. She was very brave. She went in. She told the witch what her problem was. And the witch said, "Don't you worry, dearie," she says. "I'll soon sort that out for you. Just you take home this little seed, no bigger than an ear of corn. You plant it in your garden, you'll see what'll happen." So the young wife she did. She went home, she got this seed just as she was told. She put this seed, she planted it very carefully. And then the next morning, when she came back, she couldn't believe it. There was this beautiful big flower. When she looked down, inside the petals, there was a beautiful little girl. And she was no bigger than your thumb. And her name was Thumbelina.
Though you're no bigger than my thumb, than my thumb, than my thumb. Oh, Thumbelina, don't be glum. Now, 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 ha, 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 ha. Thumbelina, Thumbelina, tiny little thing. Thumbelina does, Thumbelina sing. Oh, Thumbelina, what's the difference if you're very small? When your heart is full of love, you're 9 feet tall. Though you're no bigger than my toe, than my toe, than my toe. Oh, Thumbelina, keep that glow, and she'll grow, and she'll grow, and she'll grow. Thumbelina, Thumbelina, tiny little thing. Thumbelina Madam Meisling, isn't it a lovely day?
Oh, no, it's not. It's going to snow. No, that's the game, I see. What have I told you about playing my pupils?
Still would be a better word.
I know what I'm saying. He uses up their concentration. Spells driving me
Best
mad.
never to bend over, dear, until the hangover views are clear. There, you see what you've done now? You and your ridiculous story. It's the devil's work.
Oh, Andersen, where are my boots? You don't expect me to walk around the town in my socks?
I'm sorry, Rector, I haven't had the time.
Oh, if you spent less time with the children and more with my boots, you'd have more.
What the Rector's trying to say?
I know what I'm trying to say.
Of course you do, dear, but you really put things
You.
down.
You.
Well, actually, I can do some writing.
You.
Don't lay a hand on him, you rogue.
That's my newest tragedy, The Robbers of Wissenberg.
As the maidens dance, the robbers return. Bruno salutes the princess and hands her the head of the chieftain. Hey, how gruesome!
I am your lord and your master. Tonight shall our marriage vows be solemnized, and your third wish will come true.
And then this head rolls out of a sack.
Oh, I think I'm going to be ill.
Your new tragedy, eh? You've written others then, have you?
Oh, yes, one or two.
Oh, quite a little Shakespeare, aren't we?
No, actually, Sir Walter Scott is my favourite. I'd like to write something in the style of Walter Scott, but as if it was written by Shakespeare, if you follow.
Oh, perfectly.
Oh, couldn't be clearer.
And I'm going to call myself William Walter Andersen.
But your name's Hans Christian, idiot.
But William Walter sounds better, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And it's a sort of a
Oh,
tribute.
such modesty. But why not, William Scott Andersen?
Or even Walter Shakespeare
Oh.
Andersen.
Well, I suppose when I'm really famous, they'll just call me Andersen.
Oh, and tell me, William, what do you intend to do with these plays?
Oh, well, as soon as I'm finished it, I'm going to Copenhagen, and I'm going to the theatre.
Oh.
A den of iniquity.
And I'm going to give my play to whoever reads the play.
And every day.
Yes.
Oh, shall I tell you what they'll say? They'll say, how dare you call yourself a dramatist? A tragedy indeed. Oh, look at this. You can't even spell. Solemn eyes with 2 eyes, half a dozen S's. Oh, ludicrous and dangerous. Be warned. Pride cometh before a fall. Amen.
Amen.
Oh, yes, thank you. Right. Come on, you little brats. Back to the schoolroom. Oh.
He's in a terrible mood. I hope you're satisfied now. Do you know when he's that angry, he just hates being sober?
I'm sorry, Madam Meisling, it's all my fault.
Is that all you can say?
Well,
Sorry?
I don't see what else I can do.
How about moving and taking your ridiculous stories with you? Huh? Come on, children, now. Come along quickly. Quickly.
It's all your fault, you crinkly old croak, you. You've got the rector making the fun of my spelling. You've got Madam Meisling on the warpath. Can you imagine what that means? No, of course you can't. You don't know what imaginations are, do you? Oh, never mind. Come on. I set you free. Off you go. Off it. Before I turn you into a dragon or a handsome prince. I can do it, you know. I can turn you into a dragon or a handsome prince. Kalamazoo. He doesn't believe that I can do anything my imagination will allow. I mean, take you pompous old punk. I command you to turn into a giraffe. Kalamazoo.
Are you the man that repairs boots?
I'm Hans Andersen.
Splendid! How do you do? The name's Pedersen, Otto Sebastian Pedersen, at your service.
Do you play the violin?
Do I play? Of course I play anywhere, anytime, anything you like.
Is there something I can do for you?
I'm in some perambulatory embarrassment.
Broke.
Yes, always, but I was actually referring to the boot. Most unfortunate, you see. Have to play the piano. If I get this foot on the pedal, well, I'll probably break my leg. Can you help?
Well, I'll do what I can.
And, presto. Presto. I'm in a hurry. Chance of a lifetime, you see. Have to get to the theatre.
What, the theatre here in Odette's?
Oh, no, I was just passing through. I heard of this very important engagement. 3 hours' work, perhaps, at £0.50 an hour.
£0.50 an hour? Well, that's not very much, is it?
Much? When you're as broke as I am, it's El Dorado.
Well, what are you rehearsing?
We are rehearsing an opera.
An opera? Do you sing as well?
Good Lord, never. Far more important than that, I'm the key to the whole business. The crux, the vital factor in the eventual success of the final performance. I am, sir, the rehearsal pianist. Oh, excuse me a moment. Just tidy myself up a bit. Have to look one's best when working with Mademoiselle Lynn. Mademoiselle who? Jenny Lynn, the Swedish nightingale. Ah, an angel. Perfection. You will come with me to the theatre.
Oh, I've never been to the theatre.
Yes, you do in the evenings.
Well, nothing much. All my friends are in bed by 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock?
Yes, the children.
Children?
It's not much fun doing things on your own, is it?
Ah, I see. You've no friends of your own age.
No, and I lose them by the time they're 14.
Isn't that rather careless of you?
Back to my stories, you see. I make up stories, you know, to amuse the children.
Ah, so you're a writer.
Well, not this kid stuff, but I'd like to be. A real tragic poet I'd like to be. And I've written something called The Robbers of Wittenberg.
Splendid. We'll take it to the theatre and show it to the manager. Or possibly even to Miss Lynn herself. Do you have the text about your person? The text, the play.
Oh, it's here.
Oh, yeah, what are we waiting for?
Your boot.
What? Oh, boot. Oh, yes. I've got all about it. Let's try it on then.
How's that? Feels all right.
Oh, that's splendid. That's better than you. If your playwriting's as good as your shoemaking, you'll be rich and famous in no time. We'll take Europe by storm together.
Excuse me. Europe by storm together?
Why not?
Not me. Not Europe. Not now.
But look, I think it's chance. The secret is to recognize the chance. When you find an opportunity knocking at your door, retreat and feel the need to keep living like before. Why become a glum creature of habit? Life is there, I swear, for those who have it. Go ahead and grab it. Start now, you must remember that life is full of chance. Spin the wheel and toss the dice, it's the only way that you're. Wherever you go, whatever you do, you gotta dare to take our chance. Can you hear it? No? That's opportunity knocking, yes?
There's an age-old misconception that life means paying dues. Well, I've a better contribution than pounding people's shoes. I can think of nothing more inviting. Spending every livelong day just writing. Now that's exciting. I could have the best of everything, this I guarantee. So why should I be satisfied with a life that is fancy-free? No, wherever you go, whatever you do, you gotta dare to take a chance.
You're a nice storm together, eh? Well, I'm in Denmark. I mean, I'm halfway there already.
I could have my play presented, make this town go proud. I'd be praised and complimented by faces in the crowd. There's a world of opportunity for me. Thanks to you, exhort me out for me. Also, just tell me, start now, you must remember that life is full of chance. So spin the wheel and toss the dice, it's the only way that you'll have to. Wherever you go, whatever you do, you gotta dare to take our chance. didn't know when our season was. The whole province is clamoring to hear her.
Yes, we've heard tell that Miss Lynn and I, it was our duty to come to this. We understand that after Copenhagen is busy sitting all Denmark. And as you can see, its inhabitants are very sentimentally asked. Excuse me, Bennett. Are you the household pianist?
At your service. The name's Pedersen, and this is my friend Hans Andersen.
Yes, we have already been waiting for nearly an hour. Now I want the opening to Act 2.
Act 2? Yes, sir, Mr.
Oh, just play the music. We are already very late. Right, I'm ready to start. We should go to the stadium I am Herr Max Klaus. I'm Miss Lynn's personal manager, but I'm afraid I must.
My dear Miss Lynn, may I present to you a good friend of mine, Mr. Hans Andersen, a dramatic poet.
Oh, a dramatic poet. How very interesting.
An excruciating privilege.
Hans Andersen, I've never heard of him. I'm published.
Well, almost. Well, either you are or you aren't.
Oh.
Well, I'm a manuscript. Well, that is my later manuscript. Well, that is, it was a play, but now it's an opera.
Oh, an opera? Since when?
Well, since 5 minutes ago. Since I met Miss Lynn. And it's for Miss Lynn. And it's dedicated to Miss Lynn. And it's called The Robbers of Wittenberg. You could play the princess. Is a princess? Yes, of course.
Oh, I don't like the title.
Well, I'll change it.
Oh, impossible. Now, will you get out of this theatre? I suggest you return to your cow and your plows, or whatever you do. But don't waste our time any longer.
May I?
My dear Jane.
I want to read his play.
But he's a peasant.
Matt, I insist.
My dear, I am paid to protect you from such bores and baboons.
This gentleman is neither a bore nor a buffoon. I would very much like to hear your play, Mr. Andersen. Or come to my dressing room tonight and we'll discuss it. Don't forget now, during the interval, time off. Goodbye, Mr. Andersen.
Right. You may set the scene for Act 1. We will resume rehearsal immediately after lunch.
I could have my praise presented and make this town so proud. I'd be praised and complimented by faces in the crowd. There's a world of opportunity round me. And thanks to you, it sought me out and found me. It's all around me when you find that opportunity knocking at your door. Don't retreat or feel the need to keep living like before. Why become a glum creature of habit? Life is there, I swear, for those who grab it. Go ahead and nab it. Stop now, you must remember that life is full of chances. So spin the wheel, toss the dice, it's the only way that you'll ever do. Wherever you go, whatever you do, you gotta dare to take a chance. Opportunity. 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 She loves it. No, well, I'm just standing here waiting. Well, why not?
3. Well, I had to leave school early.
What, at 3?
No, I was 9.
Yes, oh yes, he certainly read other people's work. I confess that I was much surprised when his first soliloquy began. To be or not to be, that is the question.
Well, because it's very beautiful.
But it's Shakespeare.
Yes, I know he's quite good.
Yeah, but you can't use Shakespeare's lines and put your name to them.
Well, why not?
Well, it's plagiarism. You know what that means?
Doesn't sound very healthy.
Well, it simply means that you must use your own words and not other people's.
Well, it's so beautiful just to waste on one play.
You obviously have very original mind, but now there's natural writing to your imagination.
Well, how do I do that?
By going back to school.
What?
By going back to school.
I couldn't do that. Children would laugh at me.
It's the only way you'll ever realise your ambitions to become a writer.
Andersen, a certain person has suggested to me that I write to your Rector Meisling and his dear wife and instruct them to take you back into school to complete your education. And here's the letter.
And how long will that take?
That depends entirely on you. But when you think you're ready, go and see me.
Well, that could take years.
Oh, I could study in the office for you. I could learn, try, and work. Every day. I will.
An I be dreaming,
the interests of an actress.
She was a singer.
No.
She was a shameless daughter of Jezebel.
She was beautiful.
Paint and powder. How she got round Colonel Guldberg, I shall never understand.
All part of the devil's brew. Lady rest in peace.
Amen.
Amen. They told me, Andersen, that you're going to be famous. Why, then you'll be invited to a dozen balls every night. Anywhere.
No, I'm just Hans Andersen again.
No, I'm pleased to see that your failure has brought you down to earth with a thump.
I'm not a failure.
You've always been a failure. Teaching a spell's a waste of time.
Well, it's very important that I learn to spell.
Oh, right. And then I'll have you at it from morning till night. Holy days and Sundays included. May the Lord forgive you.
Amen.
Volume 1, A3. That should keep you occupied for 6 months or so, and you can sleep down in the cellar.
No!
Silence!
It's not fair.
It's not your place to have opinions, only gratitude. Oh! Go to your room and stay there. Silence!
So what is the best for today?
Then get on with it. And if there's not anyone up to the mark by the time I get back, I shall chastise. Now that you write my sermon. Don't seem to have much inspiration this morning, though.
It's on top of the wardrobe.
It's rubbish.
The branding!
Silence! And if I hear one word out of any of you, I shall be down here with my trap. As David smote the Philistines, so also I shall smite. Amen.
Amen.
Yes, thank you. Yes. And as for you, Andersen, just remember, I've got my eye on you. I'm watching you. I'll tell you why. Because you're dangerous. You are a menace to society. I'm going to see that you remember to learn your place. You're going to see things my way before you're very old. So just remember, I've got my eye on you. I'm watching you. And before I'm finished with you, you're going to wish you'd never been born. Oh,
Amen.
What have you got there?
A word.
What are you doing with it?
I'm saying it's thirsty. He may be thirsty, but he won't drink it.
You may well laugh, but I'll have you know this worm is a very important person.
Important?
Yes, he is the greatest mathematician in the whole world. It was decided to measure the Earth, and he was given the job. So you'd better get on with your studies, because by the looks of him, he could do with some help. See how slowly he's moving? That's because he's been measuring the Earth for 10 billion years. Inch by inch by inch.
Inchworm,
understand the words, what they mean. Do you understand? I wish I did. It's been nearly a year now. I still can't get the hang of it. If I don't get the hang of it, I won't go to Copenhagen. No. No.
She'll cry, and if she cries, she'll call Madam Meisling.
That's blackmail, that is. Anyway, I don't believe you. Go on, do your worst, I don't care. I'm past caring. All right. Once upon a time, there was a tin soldier.
Tin?
Yes. And he lived in a box with 25 other little tin soldiers, and they were made out of a tin spoon.
Oh, that's the monster.
Why not?
Oh, there's not enough tin.
Well, our particular tin soldier, he only had one leg, but he was very brave and very steadfast. And what's more, he was very much in love.
Love?
Yes. Because across the other side of the nursery, which seemed like 1,000 miles away, there lived a beautiful cut-out ballerina. And her name was Jenny.
Why?
Because they're always called Jenny.
I don't like that kind of story.
I do. I think it's wonderful. I had a little ballerina once. When I was a child. I was a child, you know. Before the rector.
Please, darling.
Shut up and drink your brandy! But my little ballerina didn't have a soldier to love. But I'm sure if she had, I would have invited them to tea. Do you think they would have come? Tea, I mean. But please, I digress. Do continue.
Well, yes, one day, our little tin soldier, he got to meet his ballerina because she danced far too far, and she'd fallen down by the side of his little wooden garden. He called out to her, but she didn't answer. So he hopped over to her, and he picked her up in his arms. As he picked her up, she opened her beautiful eyes, and she looked up at him, and she smiled, and she said, "You're a very handsome soldier. You can kiss me if you wish to." But before they could kiss, the ghost of the nursery became very angry. The two young lads were falling in love so quickly. And the spectre turned himself into a great ogre. And larger, and larger, and larger he became. And closer, and closer, and closer he came. Until he was so close that one bite from his evil jaw.
What's all that noise about, Bobby?
Andersen! Andersen, what are you doing with my wife? You snake in the grass! You viper in my bosom! Oh, is this how you repay my foolish generosity? You summon the parish!
Oh, but it's terribly late.
Then wake them all up! I want the whole world to witness this infamy! I saw it with my own eyes!
I did nothing.
Under my very nose, you were trying to steal my wife!
That's not true.
Then what were you doing?
I was telling her a story.
No, you haven't! Oh, you were... Oh,
That's against the law.
I am the law. Get into the text. Vengeance is mine, said the Lord. Amen. I knew you were a menace to society. I knew you were trouble. Well, you could write all the blame not. Oh, I have a duty to accomplish. Before he leaves here, he must be able to spell. Oh, but he can spell. Prove it.
Clifford. Oh! Close your eyes, hands, and you will see the word. Clifford.
Oh, no.
Try never. Close my eyes. Yes, close your eyes. Hypocrite. Hypocrite, yes. Hypocrite. No, it's easy. Once I close my eyes, I can see the word written in front of me, and then I don't need to search for it. Exactly. Now, spell the word Ecclesiasticus. Otto, please. Go on, try. Just close your eyes. E-double-C-L-E-S-I-A-S-T-I-C-U-N. I can spell. I can spell. I can spell. I can spell. I can spell.
I can spell, I can spell, I don't even have to look. I can spell, any old thing in the book. Take an E-double-C with an L and an E and it's nothing but a P. But an S and an I and an A and an S and a T-I-C-U-S. E-double-C-S-T-I-C-U-S. It's 2 and 5. And that's your asking us the portion of the line. By spelling Heractus, or even Practicus. And caused by old friend Ecclesiasticus. It may be horrible, but probable that I am so callable. Jonas, volatile, bibliophile, blandishment, trending to languishment, which is only a stone's throw away from Greece establishment. It's best to be clandestine, then you're with a Philistine. But it's nothing fine to happen to be a wise and I. If you're a carnivore and long to break the law, be sure you respect the prestidigitator at the with an L and an E and it's nothing but a B. But an S and an I and an A and an S, T-I-C-U-S, Ecclesiasticus, it's good and fine. And that's your asking us to put it on the line. See, I tell you that I can spell. The fact that I spell, why now?
Now. I have a duty to accomplish. So I shall be the judge of whether you can spell or not, Andersen. So, in view of your intended minglings with the animals I brought a word seconded by user and have given social occasions. The word Andersen therefore is anthropomorphosis.
I beg your pardon.
Anthropomorphosis. Go on, spell it.
Oh, brain, don't fail me now.
Give me an A. Give me an N. Give me a TH. Give me an ROB. Do you have an OMOR? An SP? And an H? And an ISIST?
understand how suddenly I found out that I could spell.
Well, it's very simple, you see. You've been working very hard these last few months. All you needed was a little push to your confidence. Anyway, I must go see what's happened to the coach.
Hey, Jonas, are you on this ship?
Yes, I'm going to join my ship at Copenhagen.
Oh, I see. I suppose you have to study very hard to do that.
Yes, algebra, geometry, trigonometry, and astronomy.
How old are you?
12.
I suppose you'll be all right. By the time you're 16, I think you'll be an admiral.
I don't know about that, sir. This is only my first ship.
First ship, eh? Are you a bit frightened?
Yes, I'm a bit.
I suppose there's somebody at home that misses you, though.
My sister's worked on 3 years.
How long?
3 years.
3 years? Can you imagine the fuss they're going to make of you after 3 years at sea? You'll have grown 6 feet tall. You'll have a great big kit bag full of treasures. There'll be Spanish laces and French perfumes. There'll be a mermaid in the bottom, of course. There'll be a parrot. You know, that's the great thing about going on long journeys. It's having somebody waiting for you when you get home.
Is that why you're going to Copenhagen? Someone there waiting for you?
I hope so. Oh, I do hope so.
Her arms were warm as a welcome tree. Her eyes were fire bright. And then I knew that my path must be through the ever-haunted night. Anywhere I wander, anywhere I roam, till I'm in the arms of my darling again, my heart will find no hope. Anywhere I wander, anywhere I roam. Her voice was, oh, such a soft caress of love millionaire in a rocking chair or a dumpling in a stew. I'm Hans Christian Andersen, Andersen, that's who. I write 3,000 lines a day in a handsome infant mind. A tragedy or a comedy with a laugh in every line. With a laugh in every line. But no one seems to understand. They even try to throw me out. They shake their heads and go tut tut. But one fine day they'll be proud to shout. I'm Hans Christian Andersen, my name like a magnet look. Permit me to show you, here's my very latest book.
I'm sorry, Mr. Andersen, not today.
Now here's a tale of a city. Just glance at the page or two. You'll laugh, but you'll blush your fist when you realize while you're reading it that it's also reading you. My Hans Christian Andersen. No, nothing's changed. It's the wrong time of the year for my sort of work. It's always the wrong time of the year. And now I'm thrown in here for vagrancy or something.
Well, you'll just have to wait.
What for?
For Miss Lynn.
No, that's no good. I've been to the theatre 1,000 times. I've left 1,000 messages. She's gone to America.
She'll come back. She'll help you. Now be patient.
Patient? Otto, look at me! I mean, how patient can one get? Well, what have you been doing anyway?
Alas, expectation was greater than reality. I heard that the opera wanted a basso profundo, but I wasn't profundo enough. But the ballet qualities are somewhat dilapidated. So, here you find me, in a hostelry of hope. I beg your pardon, but the only solution. 3 square meals a day and a roof over my head.
Otto, have you noticed under that roof there's a prison?
But it's great material for a writer.
I tell you one writer who's going home first chance he gets.
Ah, you're giving up. Don't blame you. It's about time too.
I'm going home to shoemaking and something more important.
Quite right. Don't blame you. After all, there are far more important things than actually achieving something.
Happy days, for instance.
Happy days, God bless them.
Well, precious few I've had of them since I've been here. All you get here is promises, and they break like pie for us.
Talking of pies, gentlemen, tell me, is the food here as succulent as ever? What time is dinner?
Any minute now.
Otto, look, this is a prison. There is no dinner.
But you know that, and I know that, and they know that. But that's the difference, you see, between us optimists and you pessimists. You accept the worst. We expect the best. Look, if you want to spend eternity falling into the trap of controlling your imagination, then fall away. But allow us artists to indulge ourselves in our own imaginations. They're so much the better, believe me. Is the food here as good as ever, Bennett?
Even better, we've got a new chef.
A new chef, did you hear that?
Fish and oyster soup today. Turbot poached in white wine, and garnished with parsley and dumplings.
Dumplings, how wonderful! Isn't it wonderful to be back inside again?
After a triumphant American tour, Miss Jenny Lind returned home yesterday to a tumultuous welcome. A reception is to be given at the house of Max Klaus, the famous impresario and manager. Would Hans Andersen, or William Walter Andersen, or Walter William Andersen...
Excuse me. I'm Hans Andersen.
Oh, well, you're in, my friend.
Well, just look at that. Hans Andersen. Well, imagine that.
Oh, imagines. We're back to that, are we? I thought you'd given up with the kid stuff.
Imagine that. Hans Andersen and Jenny Lind, look. I'm in.
No, my friend. You must get out. Inform your authorities herewith that you are within and wish to be
without. I say, I'm Hans Andersen.
I must turn him out.
I would like to know. Mr. Andersen, I'd like you to come and see.
But my dear Jenny, surely you can see for yourself.
See what?
Oh, never mind.
You see, I hadn't forgotten you, and thank you for all your kindness. I was speaking on my return, and I remembered you. And here you are. Now, there's a magnificent lunch. Are you not hungry?
Well, not really. I mean, I'm not a guest, am I?
Nonsense. My friend. Now, tell me, what have you been doing with your career?
Oh, nothing much. No success, really. Nobody was interested. Well, somebody was interested once, but she went away.
Oh, wonderful. Does the article sound?
Yes, a bit odd, perhaps.
What do you mean, odd?
Well, I don't look like the sort of chap who'd be friends with a prima donna, do I?
Nonsense. I think you're very nice.
Bit lost in all this.
Oh, what?
Oh, this big house and these people.
Self-pity is a waste of time. Now, this play or ballet of yours, perhaps I could see it.
Well, it would make an opera. Can I read it for you? It'll only last 5 hours. Well, can I read you the first act? Right, it's called The Vikings of Wissenberg. And the opening scene takes place in the town square, where all the townspeople are awaiting the welcome return of their victorious army.
It's a large house.
700.
Stage.
Yes.
Won't that be rather costly?
Will it?
Hideously, but do go on.
Oh, right. The Vikings of Wissenberg, Act 1, Scene 1. The townspeople are all singing the national anthem.
In Wissenberg I was born, and that is homely. There dwells the roots whence I return. Thy tones are soft and comely.
Yes, brilliant. Homely, comely. Brilliant. My friends, lunch is served.
Oh, God, that was food. Sorry.
Jenny, I've given this party your honor many public blessings.
I'll tell you. I'm sorry, Hans. I won't do that. Please don't go away.
I'm strange, aren't I? Odd. Unusual. That's the trouble with large towns. Mind you, and small villages come to that. If you don't fit into what people consider is right and is proper, then they make fun of it. And they laugh. They can be very cruel. I remember once one summer. It was in the country. There was a farm. It was a very ordinary farm, and on it they had ordinary cows and ordinary ducks. It was by the side of a lake. And on the lake, there was a nest. In the nest, there was an egg. Suddenly, there was a tap. And then there was another tap. And then there was a crack.
And out popped an ugly duckling with feathers all fluffy and brown. And the other birds in so many words said, "Get out of town." Said, "Get out, get out, get out of town." And he went. And a flurry on either down. That poor little ugly duckling went wandering far and near, and at every place they said to his face, said, "Get out of here." Said, "Get out, get out, get out of here." And he went with a quack and a wobble and a quack and a very unhappy tear. All through the winter time he hid himself away, ashamed to show his face, afraid of what others might say. All through the winter, in a lonely clump of weeds, till a flock of swans spied him there and very soon agreed.
over the lake, and you'll see. And he looked, and he saw, and he said, "Why, I have a swan! Whee!" Oh, I'm not such an ugly duckling, with feathers all fluffy and brown, and the other birds is so they would say, the best in town. Say, the best in town. Not a quack, not a quack, not a waddle or a quack, but a ride and a whistle and a snowy white back, and a head so golden and a high. Say who's an ugly duckling? Not I. Not I. It'll never make an opera though, will it? Oh, dozens of them. I used to make them up to amuse the children back home.
It's very difficult to amuse children. Where on earth to begin?
Once upon a time there was an ugly duckling, or a princess, or a nightingale, or a mermaid.
You must get them published.
My story.
Yes, your stories.
Well, who'd be interested?
I'm interested, and I'm sure I can persuade other people to be interested.
Not publishers.
Yes, publishers. I know merchants here in Copenhagen, and I can assure you they won't get a moment's peace until they've read your work.
You'd persuade them.
I'm very persuasive.
Well, I know that. Mind you, my stories are a bit scary. Still, children like to be frightened.
Mr. Andersen, I want to help you. You write your stories down, and then we'll see what we can do.
Miss Lind, you're not serious, are you?
Of course I am.
Because I won't do it, you know.
I know you will.
afternoon. Oh, excuse me. Good afternoon. Isn't it a wonderful afternoon? And I'm into a third edition.
A second?
Sold out.
That's wonderful. And how rich and elegant you're looking.
I know, and it's all thanks to you.
No, they're your stories.
I know you persuaded me to write them, didn't you?
But, do you know the whole world is talking about you?
I don't care about the whole world. Look, will you dine with me tonight?
I'm singing tonight.
Well, afterwards then, and we can celebrate. We can celebrate the fact that I've been invited on a lecture tour of the whole world with Charles Dickens. I'm going to Russia and America and France and Germany and Egypt. Jenny, can you imagine me going to Egypt? And that's not the only thing. Today, I received an invitation from the Castle of Kronberg to appear before His Majesty, the King of Denmark.
Oh, that's wonderful. You've worked so hard.
No, I haven't, Jenny. That's just the thing. It's so natural. It's like breathing. Every breath is a word, and every sigh is a sentence, and every tear is a story, and it's the story of my life. And I must put it down, and I must tell the world. And you must think I'm mad.
No, I'm proud of you.
Really?
True.
Jenny, my dear.
Yes, what is it, Max?
Please remember the girls singing tonight. You should be careful with this autumn air now. Do come and get some rest.
Yes, I know, but you really must say something nice to Mr. Andersen. His new collection of tales. They've gone into another edition.
Well, I'm afraid that I, for one, will not be reading them.
Oh, that's a pity.
Oh, why?
Because I write my stories, the children may listen and grown-ups may learn.
Oh, indeed, and what should I learn?
To listen.
Well, I'm sorry, but I find your stories childish and dreadfully sentimental.
I think they're a chance.
We are each entitled to our own opinion, Jenny.
Yes, but not entitled to be rude.
I stand rebuked, I
Not
apologise.
to me, to Mr. Andersen.
Mr. Andersen and I understand each other very well. Now, shall we go, my dear?
You go, I'll follow. I apologize to my manager. It seems if I'm always coming to apologize for him, I need most things.
Oh, it's all right. I've sort of got used to it by now.
He's an excellent businessman, with experience and flair. And so long as I have my career.
Miss Lind, you and your career will go on forever.
Oh, I know. I suppose I might be the sort of person. If someone else did.
Well, somebody does.
Sometimes I think so, but nobody ever said.
Well, how can they prove it to you?
Not this way.
Well, imaginations then. Imaginations are the most wonderful things. All you've got to do is close your eyes and wish for anything you want.
You mean two people in love living happily ever
Yes.
after? I your story.
That's it. With everything possible, everything is wonderful.
Oh, I wish.
All you've got to do is close your eyes and Kalamazoo.
No two people have ever been so in love, been so in love, been so in love. Been so as my lovey-dove and love. Never before and never again, no two people have ever been so in love, been so in love, been so in love. So was my lovey-dove and love. No two people have ever moved such a moon, such a tune, such a tune, spoon, such a spoon. And so was mine at the moon and mine. And when we kissed, oh fancy this, well it's hysterical, it's historical. Suddenly, darling, been so in love, incredible, no two people have ever been so in love. Was my lovey-dove and love. Imagine it, no two people have ever been so in love. Was my lovey-dove and love.
wherever you like, whenever you like.
Have fun.
Oh, just a minute. What about the king?
Well, what about the king?
Well, you can't just ignore a royal command. It would be very rude.
Would it?
Yes, cause a most shocking uproar. Just not done.
But what do you suggest?
The only consolation of the artist, Maestro. Well, a new story for the royal ball. Never be expected.
It's no good. There's nothing in my head at the moment.
You haven't much time.
Oh, forget it.
Winter's coming on.
Forget it. It'll be warm enough in Egypt.
Have you ever seen him?
Who?
The king.
From a distance?
They say he's a fine figure of a man. The best dressed monarch in Europe.
Well, that doesn't say an awful lot about the rest of his contribution to the country, if any.
A bit of thought, mon ami.
Yeah, indeed. What are you doing?
Just a little tune. I hoped you might write a lyric for it.
Oh, indeed.
Yes, of course, you've got something more important
The
than
jazz.
A story for the king.
Because it's expected.
It is.
One can become rather tired of doing what is expected.
One can.
No intention to go to Egypt.
No, you haven't.
So I've got to write a damn story for the king.
A damn good story.
And why should I?
Because if you'll permit a little accolade, you do it rather well. And because you're Andersen, the children listen to you. And a king is no less a person than a child.
Very. All right. The king shall have his story. Dear friend.
Dear friend.
He being the best dressed monarch in Europe, eh?
He being the very best.
Would you like to do me again? I've got some good ideas for some tune, for some words. Come in,
Here is a tune for humming. La 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 la, or maybe for whistling, but never for talking. If you're weary of the words, the foolish little words you find in every song, look what I brought along. Here is a tune for humming. La 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 la. Or maybe for whistling, or maybe for humming, or maybe for
rude, kind thing.
Not at the moment, thank you.
Oh, well, you don't mind if I do.
Oh, do carry on.
Only the heat here makes one uncommonly thirsty. Make mine a large one. Wake up, wake up.
Do you know, I'm so proud of dear Hans. And to think he learned everything in my poor little house, you know.
Well, he certainly learned a great deal about life.
Exactly. That's just what I tell everyone. His success has meant so much to me. The whole world wants to know me and ask me questions about him. I've never been so much in demand.
Oh, come now, madam. Your beauty would be a passport in any society.
Flatterer.
Oh, no, I do this.
Oh, no, don't. I don't. Especially from the military. I was always vulnerable to a uniform. Cardinal. Circle on. Oh, so many medals. It's like dancing with a chandelier. This evening's going to be wonderful.
Why, leave me home.
There he is. And there she is. Oh, the love story that never was.
Good evening, Miss Cliff.
Good evening, Colonel.
Evening, Jenny.
I'm Mrs. Rocker.
I'm surprised you had time to miss anybody.
You do not dancing?
Miss Lynn's career is far too demanding for her to do any dancing.
That's not the thing, is it?
Are you still under me?
No, I resigned.
How's the spelling? What?
Spelling's fine, sir. How's the party?
Oh, splendid, splendid. Spice little intrigue, perhaps.
I don't think I follow.
Well, the story is expected, you know.
Oh, is it? On any particular premise?
Premise?
What is it to be, sir? Gnomes or elves or witches?
I really am.
Come on, sir. Now, what's it to be?
Your pardon, sir.
Mr. Hans Andersen. Welcome to Cromwell. You have brought great honor to our country. Perhaps this evening you will be kind enough to let us share what all Europe has admired. Well, what is it to be?
A story, sire, in honor of the occasion, and as expected, with your permission.
Yes, of course.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you will excuse me, please. Your Majesty, my lords, ladies and gentlemen, this is the story of the King's new clothes. Now, once upon a time, there was a rich and powerful king. He was also very stupid. He spent all his time and his money on interminable parties and expensive banquets, like this evening. But he was particularly insane when it came to the wearing of new clothes. That is, until there came to his castle a swindler who came to sell the king what he said was a magic suit of clothes. Now, to be honest, there was no suit of clothes at all. He just held out his empty hands like this, and he said, "Your Majesty, this here is a magic suit of clothes. To anyone who is wise and intelligent, he can see how beautiful it is. Of course, to a fool, it's absolutely invisible." "I see," said the king, and not wishing to appear a fool, he added, "Isn't it grand? Isn't it fine? The common style of life." Most remarkable clothes I have ever seen. Deny the finest mostly clothes, the sleeves are filled with the cream, with loaded bows, up with the lovely shade of green. Lovely shade of green. Somebody did they? So they quickly agreed. Isn't it all? Isn't it hard? And he didn't know what he was supposed to see. So he took one look at the king, and he said, "Look at the king! Look at the king!" Like the swan, eh?
Yes, a very fine swan indeed.
I agree.
Hello, Otto. I was just thinking how everyone has helped me. Jenny's always showed me how to work, and you always showed me the right direction in which to travel. I felt there was something more. I suppose really the rest up to me, isn't it?
That's right. You found your own road now. You don't need me anymore. I'll be on my way.
Are you leaving? I was just passing through.
Otto. Who are you? Whoever you would have me be.
I never did find a certain little frog, you know.
Well, then I'll be a frog. I could have been a dragon or a handsome prince, but...
Well, imagine that.
Imagine anything you like, my friend, and they will listen. The world is your audience. Farewell, Maestro.
happy ending I wish.
Anywhere I wander, anywhere I roam, till I'm in the arms of my darling again, my heart will find no hope.